I've been lazy before because they don't really need to be closed, other ones. And let's make this, if I could. Oh, random stream not declared. Lower strings random.h. Oh, and you're, okay, good. Okay, rm wget.log, and then let's run it again. And I really don't know what Yahoo servers are doing. So let's go, actually we can log to standard out, that'd be better. Log standard out equals 1. So the first request was sent, and we never get a response. Let's just turn on more debugging. HTTP chunked. Maybe, maybe not. Let's turn on everything.
Oh boy.
Yes, this is, because it's trace level is why. I know why. Trace mask is Mordor HTTP client or Mordor HTTP chunked. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, but we can see that the other fibers waited to request. They can't start their request until the prior one finishes. Wait, so we did definitely send the whole thing, and Yahoo must have just stuck because we were trying to read the response and one never came.
Probably just ignores puts together.
Yeah, probably. That would be my guess.
Just actually change their homepage to random text.
That'd be cool. That would be something to blog about.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the HTTP client. You can build huge systems off of that. Our Mosey software, the next upcoming Windows client beta, is going to be using Mordor, and it's using Mordor to be able to pump a lot of data through the HTTP classes. And it's communicating with our servers. Let's take a look at writing a server with Mordor. So, Mordor examples, echo server.cpp. So down at main, if you saw our other example of fibers, we talked about the socket server. This time we're going to look at the HTTP server here, which is very similar. Look up our address. We're going to listen on port 80. Do I need to run a sudo? I'll just change that real quick, just in case.
Yeah, to run ID is not going to work.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we look up the address. We create a socket. We bind to it. Then we schedule for each address we looked at. For that socket, we listen. We accept a new connection. We create a stream out of that connection. And then the server, HTTP server connection, takes a stream and a function to use to process requests. And then we need to schedule a new fiber that calls HTTP server connection process requests. And that's within the HTTP server, so that's all you have to run. And then the server will automatically run a new fiber for each request that comes in and call our handler method. And our method here, well, this is an echo server. So we're going to look at the request, which is passed as a parameter. It's very similar to the client request. You can look at the headers. You can access the streams associated with it. We're going to look at the method. If it's a get, head, put, or post, we'll copy over the content length, content type, the transfer encodings. We'll say it's OK. Extension, this is a map of extension headers, ones that aren't standard headers. They all just go into this map. So that's what most HTTP libraries just give you as one huge map, whereas Mordor has strongly typed data structures for each of the standard headers. It doesn't support all of the standard headers yet, but most of them, especially the ones having to do with connection management, because it handles all of that for you. So we look if it has a request body and it wasn't asked to do a head. So a head is just give me the headers back. We can ignore the multi-part for now. It does support multi-part, which a lot of HTTP libraries don't.
It's good for media.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So response stream is a helper function that you give it the request object and a stream, and it will set up the headers and take care of range requests. So downloaders that do resuming the download or just doing a piece of it. I don't know if it currently supports e-tags, and so conditional requests. It will handle all of that for you and give the user back the piece that they actually want. Otherwise, if it wasn't a head, or if it was a head, then we just finish. If it didn't have a request body, we just say content length is 0, finish. Otherwise, not allowed. So let's build it. Make more examples echo server. Log standard out equals 1, log debug mask. Mordor HTTP server, so we can see what's going on, and then /Mordor examples echo server. Yes. Apple T, and let's just talk to it. Talk.
Command plus and let's do it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
There you go.
That big enough. Localhost port 8080. Get. Okay. So now we're talking to our server, and we can explore some of the things that it handles for us.